is Dr. Laura Jakubowski, and in this video I am going to demonstrate how to determine a melting point using the SRS Digimelt melting point apparatus. This apparatus comes with a feature that allows you to tap your sample further down into your capillary tube. First, I will turn the instrument on. Next, I will place my capillary tubes to the side here. You will notice there are 3 slots into which you can place your capillary tubes. I will place them in, and then I will push the tube tapper button, which is located here. If you see, that causes a vibration, and it causes the sample in the tube to be tapped down as far as it can be. You want your sample to be at the bottom of the capillary tube. My samples have been tapped down. I will place them here for now. In this instrument, there is an aluminum block which heats up. There are slots in the aluminum block into which you can place your samples. This instrument comes with 3 slots. I will only be using 2 for my demonstration. There is also a magnifying lens through which you can look into the chamber which has been lighted up, so you can keep track of when your sample begins to melt. The buttons here allow you to set a start temperature, a ramp rate, and the stop temperature. For my compound, this is benzoic acid. I know the melting point of this to begin at 121 degrees Celsius. I'm going to set the start temperature to be 10 degrees below this value. So I'm going to push the start temp button once, and then I will set, using the up and down arrow, to a value of 111 degrees. That is 10 degrees below 121. I will push the start temp button again, and now the start temp has been set. Next, for this demonstration, I'm going to choose a ramp rate of 2 degrees Celsius per minute, although you may choose a slower ramp rate if you want a more accurate result. So the ramp rate, to set that, I will push the ramp rate button one time, and I will adjust the ramp rate to be 2 degrees per minute. I will push the ramp rate button a second time. Now I will set the stop temp. Benzoic acid is known to melt in a range of between 121 to 123 degrees Celsius. I'm going to set the stop temp to be at 130. So either with the up or down arrows, you can change this setting. So 130, I will push the stop temp button a second time to have that setting. To start the instrument, I will push the start button. And on this, it's recommended not to insert the tubes until the start temperature has been reached. So I'm going to push the button one time. And if you see, the preheat light has come on. And now it is going to heat up to the start temperature, which I had set at 111 degrees Celsius. So now I will wait for it to heat up and wait for the ready light to come on. So now it is near 111 degrees and the ready light has come on. I'm going to insert the sample. This instrument, you insert the capillary tubes from the top going down into the aluminum block. So the instrument says ready. I am going to push the start button again to start the ramping. If you see, the light next to the word melt has come on. So now I need to keep an eye on the sample in order to see once the first drop of liquid appears. I will need to note that temperature. I will also need to note the temperature when the sample has entirely melted. So I'm going to observe the sample and watch for the first drop of liquid. So the instrument is now at a temperature of 118. We are within a few degrees of the reported melting point. So I'm going to continually watch the sample, looking for the first signs of liquid appearing. Okay, so I have noticed the first drop of liquid in both samples at a temperature of 119.6 degrees. I will keep watching until it is completely liquid. Okay, both samples are now completely liquid, and the temperature was 121.4. So I will use those 2 numbers to report my melting point range. Now that the melting point determination has finished, I can hit stop, and the instrument will now go into a cooling period. Once it is cool, then it will be ready to use again for another melting point determination.